Now, I know for a fact that when I sent that apostrophe missing to the bureaus, they know that they were, I caught them with their pants down in a way of speaking, because they know that since the apostrophe was missing, they're not going to waste your time sending it over to Macy's, because they know that even if they do verify, I could sue them under the FCRA for inaccuracy. What judge is going to enforce it? I have no clue. But it could, it is a potential lawsuit, because it's inaccurate. How do you know that the apostrophe is not affecting my FICO score? Next to none, but it's I just follow what the FCRA says. The pothole belongs here, not here. My tire hits it. I'm going to sue someone to get it fixed. I'm just as an example. Say, but that's what I mean by 37 point. There's many. There's even more, in fact. But there's 37 primary ones. That we use. Say, but now I want to talk a minute about hits. Okay, FICO does allow an indefinite amount of mortgage and auto loan credit check hits within 30 days or less to count as one physical hard hit against your score. Okay, 30 days, not calendar month, but calendar days. So, for example, close the door. So, for example, let's say if June 1st to June 27th, shy of 30 days. Let's say you go bank to bank to bank, bank, and each one of these guys check your credit 20 times each. I don't care if there's 8,500 hits, credit check hits. Within those date time frame, it only counts as one physical hard hit against your credit score. Say, brokers included. Say, now if you were to go into another block of 30 days, it's another hit. Okay, they're grouped together in 30 calendar days. It used to be 2 weeks. So if you have to go Sunday afternoon and buy a car, they check your credit 7, 8, 9 times. They find you a good deal, one physical hard hit. Okay, so with mortgages and auto loan hits, it's an indefinite number within that 30 days, okay? But not credit cards. No, don't do that. So if you go home tonight and you open up your mailbox and you find 15 credit offers sitting on the table, and let's say you take all 15 of those and you fill them out, or via internet, those are 15 separate hits. Because if you'd be so kind to turn to page 5 of my packet, it's going to slide me right into my next speech.
So those 15 cards, then they have done a soft hit previous to mailing them to me.
Right, they're soft hits. But if you fill them out and send them back in, becomes an in-depth hard hit.
So when they actually send it to you, they actually kind of qualified you?
Yeah. When pre-approved does not mean pre-approved.
No, just
because remember earlier when I said part of that $300 million being sold out there, a third of the revenue comes from selling our credit information to marketing companies? It's very general, guys. It's not saying, okay, Fred's credit score is, his address is, his date of birth is. It says this part of the United States has between 600 to 650 scores. It's going to be sold to C paper banks. 651 to 725 is B, and 725
geographical?
Yeah, it's very geographical. It's based. It's not. It doesn't say your social, your date of birth, and score is. It's not specific. It's very general. So if your score happens to be of 700 and you get an A paper bank offer in the mailbox, you might be in the B- category by the time you get back to them. Things change, okay, every day based on 79% of inaccuracies or whatnot. Okay, pre-approved does not mean pre-approved. I mean, you get a gold medallion stamp from your bank saying, "I guarantee you're approved today, regardless of your score tomorrow." That's different. They don't do that. But it's very generalization, okay, all around. See, now what I mean by credit cards, because see, on a credit report there are 3 arms. Does everyone have this number?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. There's 3 arms on a credit report. There are mortgage, there's installment, and one called revolving. Okay. Now the good thing about mortgage is the more mortgage debt you've got on your credit report, it's actually extremely healthy for your credit. The more mortgage debt you've got, it's actually healthier for your credit. If you want to get to 800, you should have a mortgage, as long as you're on time with all your payments. Okay. Installment, usually car loans or student loans per se, and revolving, of course, are all unsecured credit cards, including Mervyn's, Macy's, Target, Nordstrom, Visa, MasterCard. Now, installment doesn't really hurt you as far as your FICO score than revolving does, and this is why. If you have a $10,000 auto loan and you buy it tomorrow for 60 months, like a pair of stairs, as each level represents a payment. Last payment, the whole thing goes away. FICO knows that this is a very controlled environment. You cannot add more debt to installment unless you buy another car, and even then, it happens once every few years, and you're in the same format. Last payment, it goes away. Okay. In revolving, this is the ticket to success or failure, meaning that credit cards can be your best friends or worst enemy depending on how you use them. In a perfect world, use them, pay them off every single month. Only 18, according to Fair Isaac, only 18% of the world does that. Pays off their credit card debt monthly. Okay, only 18%. So in revolving like a pair of stairs in installment, it's like a roller coaster. This is zero. It goes up like that, past due, above the limit. It goes like this all day long, right? Be at zero, max and back out. Lose your job, they're maxed out. Get a good job, they get them paid off. People refi, pay them off right back up. So it's like this all day, all week, all year long. Okay, this is the biggest tick for failure or success is revolving. So if someone who needs a quick fix in 30s to get their score up, to get a good rate, let alone improve, pay off revolving, do a rapid rescore. Okay, it takes about 2 weeks. But otherwise, installment doesn't do as much damage. Okay, now according to Fair Isaac,
What about that like beneficial loan thing? Have a client.
is it a loan or a line of credit?
Let me think. It's on the person's house. He has actually 3 loans. That's the third.
Depends on how it's set up. Can you pay it and use it again? If you pay it like a loan, it just goes away.
Right now, the combination of 3 things are more than value for his place.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It all depends if it's a loan or line. If it's a line of credit, it's revolving. If it's got check access, if it's a loan, it's on installment. So it could be a home equity loan or a line of credit. Same thing. So we'll probably take a look at it later. According to Fair Isaac, if an individual does carry $5,000 in revolving debt, let's say the credit card is maxed out or credit cards are maxed out, you owe what the limits are. It's on time, okay? I'm not even talking about past due. If you carry more than $5,000 in maxed out revolving debt for 6+ months, how many points do you think you lose on your FICO on average?
50
points.
Anyone else?
50.
Guess.
30.
Guess. Guess. Give me a number.
40.
Huh?
I don't know. 40.
Fair Isaac says between 50 to 150 points,
Wow.
or an average of 100-point drop.
Wow.
Okay, it's not exact science, guys. It's not exact. It could be 110. It may be 35 for you. It could be 125 for you. I don't know. An average nationally about a 100-point
Do I
drop.
win a prize?
Yes, you do. We get a handshake, not a kiss, but a handshake. So if your limits are $5,000 and your debt is $5,000, you're maxed out. Okay, pay it off. Mommy, Daddy, can I borrow some money? I can improve my score. Now here is a test. I'll give you guys a quick test. Okay, let's say if you have $10,000 in credit card debt maxed out. Okay, it's on time. Over here you have a $10,000 auto loan. This is a 48% fixed rate. Okay, don't use anything. I know you've seen this. Okay, and this is a 3% fixed rate. Impossible, but it's my example. So credit card is a 3% guaranteed fixed rate. This is 48% fixed rate on the auto loan. Again, this is revolving. This is installment.
I don't remember this.
Yep. And let's say you win the lottery and you win $10,000 in cash. For the sake of your credit score, with this money, would you pay off this one first or that one first?
I know the
Credit
answer.
card.
I don't know.
Huh? Revolving? Who says auto loan? Why?
It's 48%.
Who else says auto loan?
Well, if you
Which one
want
would
to
you
save
say?
money, or
I say auto loan.
And
no,
you say,
if you want to save money, 48. But if you want to,
Exactly.
yeah, this is max out on-time credit card debt. Your limit balance is right there.
Trying to do it, right?
that's
Yeah.
for
So you say auto loan. Do you say auto loan or do you say revolving?
Say something.
If the purpose is to improve
I'll
your
say
score.
No saying it, Daniel. You've seen this 30 times. Yeah. Which one would you say? For the sake of your credit score, with this cash, would you pay off that one or that one first?
Revolving first.
This is maxed out.
Yes.
They're paying- well,
It's on-time debt, but it's maxed out revolving debt.
Just make
I
a
wouldn't
guess.
pay it off. I pay it down that half of that.
Which one would you guess?
Should buy
Which
it
one would you pay off first with less money?
Revolving.
Guess.
Okay, I'll still go with the car.
Okay. You're part true and mostly right with the revolving. This is why.
Half of it.
Now, according to Fair Isaac, if you paid off revolving, you gain approximately 100 points. Right?
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
If you pay off installment based on that control environment, FICO says you gain between 10 and 40 points.
Ooh.
Say, now, let's say this.
I know what I'd do. I'd pay off the revolving and then I'd refinance my car loan
Then
with my score increase.
I'm not